All right. So we're back. I'm gonna give a quick update on what I've been doing. So yesterday and today I'm working on the market research bot. The goal is to create a market research bot that gives us basically does our market research for us. It should be able to funnel hack. So basically I can provide a name or Instagram profile or anything about somebody who's moderately known at least, or who ChatGPT can find something about on the internet, and I won't just be able to put a name in there and then ChatGPT will basically do a complete research about that person in regards to like what they're offering, funnel hack them and stuff like that. But also what I wanted to add is that you can just basically not just funnel hack people, but obviously do your own market research. Just tell ChatGPT which niche you want to research and stuff like that, and it does it for you. I've already created a bot like this, but I wanted to do another bot that is synced to the copywriter bot. So I have a copywriter bot as well that writes your copy, as the name says, and I want that and I want the copywriter bot and the market research bot to work together. I think I explained that yesterday anyway, but I want the market research bot to do all of the market research, and then I want to take that market research, put it into the copywriter bot, and then he should have a lot more context and a lot of, a lot more context to work with, and then he knows better how to target the pain points of the customer, and that should just, and all the other stuff basically, because this is going to be a very extensive market research report that he's going to get, and with that, he should just have all of the information he needs to write really specific and targeted copy. That's the whole idea here, which means we have to align the bots with each other. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just updating the market research bot. There were a couple of things that I didn't implement yesterday, one of which is potency. So when you do market research, you're not just looking for any piece of, like, for example, if this guy had, if 10 different people have 10 different fears, for example, or limiting beliefs, then yeah, that's not a good sample, because then you don't know who to target basically, because everybody has some other belief, some other fear going on. So if you just target one fear, then you ignore all the other nine. So what we're looking for is potency. So what are the most commonly shared beliefs and fears and desires among all of the people that we're researching, so that and that's what I basically did here. So don't just find any sort of, any sort of fears, specific conditions, stuff like that. Any sort of fears, limiting beliefs. I want the most shared limiting beliefs among all the people that we're researching. That's what we did here. We created a potency standards JSON file with ChatGPT. It wrote it out for me, and now we have for every category like a potency target percentage, 70 to 90%, and then a recommended count. So that is the example. So in regards to fears, it should give me the top 3 to 5 most commonly shared fears among, I know this is private on behavior, but just giving an example. So yeah, deepest fears, here you go. It should give us the 3 to 5 um, deepest fears of our target audience, and the potency should be 70 to 90%, which means that um, among all the people that we research, 70 to 90% of those people should share these same 3 to 5 deepest fears, That's what we're looking for. So not just 20% of them have these 3 to 5 deepest fears, 70 to 90%. That allows us to be very targeted and very specific. So that is what I added here. And yeah, I'm also happy I got back into creating bots, because I took a step back a few days ago. Like for 2 days, I was just, trying to learn more on YouTube about this, and I learned quite a bit. But the thing is, I'm still new to creating these bots, and when I got back yesterday and started creating some again, I was just not as structured anymore. I just had forgotten a lot of the things. Well, not a lot of things, but I just I forgot a few things basically, that allowed me to work a lot faster, and I didn't do that yesterday, and I was just really dissatisfied with my process, pretty frustrated honestly. And today I came back, started again, and I just reflected on, okay, what did I do before, and I implemented all of that back into it. So basically, um, don't try to do too many things at once. That is one thing that I started doing. trying to give ChatGPT literally one page of instructions. Every time I would say something to ChatGPT, I would give it like half a page or a whole page of instructions of what I want to change. Now I just go with one change at a time, you know? I go with one change at a time so I have an actual overview of what we're doing next. Because before it was like, okay, let's implement all of these 10 changes at once. And then it would just start confusing me. And I couldn't really check if ChatGPT was doing things properly because ChatGPT really messes up a lot. It messes up your code, it messes up your instructions, it just does things wrong a lot. It also does them right a lot, but you still have to constantly check that ChatGPT is not messing things up. And I'm kind of like in figuring things out right now how to mitigate that and work with ChatGPT so that we can really avoid those errors, because it can happen very easily that ChatGPT does something that you didn't want it to do and you don't notice it because you know you try to do 10 different things at once, and then it writes out these changes and these changes and these changes, and then you get overwhelmed. You can't really check if, oh, he changed something that I didn't want. So now I'm going slow, step by step, and you know, I'm saying slow, but it actually is faster, you know, because I'm not implementing 10 steps at once, is what I mean by slow. But it's faster because it makes a lot less mistakes. And I'd rather do one step at a time than 10 steps at once, because those 10 steps at once, there's always going to be some mistake in there that ChatGPT just, puts in there. ChatGPT just makes mistakes. And yeah, just having one step at a time, I can read through them, I can read through the step, I can actually see what ChatGPT does, I can compare it with it basically rewrites code for me. So I can compare the code before to the code after and see if ChatGPT made some, if ChatGPT maintained the structure of the code or if it completely messed it up. And that is a very good, quality control mechanism. So I'm doing that. And yes, that's pretty much it. I overhauled all of this stuff. I'm gonna finish up the market research bot pretty soon, and then I will get back into the copywriter bot and align it with the market research bot fully. And then both of those bots will work together really, really well. And that is the plan in the end, you know? So I can't wait to finish that. Yeah, KJ's course is actually gonna get released on Wednesday. I thought it was Monday, so yesterday. So I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I'm just wondering. I mean, I'm busy enough. I got this stuff here to do, and I have a couple of other ideas. And I don't want to just create bots. I still want to keep educating myself on YouTube on the side. But what is really cool is that I watch these YouTube videos about, workflow and, just the topics that I need to learn about. And a lot of the things that were mentioned in there, I had already figured out on my own, like pretty much exactly as they were told in the video. So I'm like, hell yeah, dude. You know, my brain is just good at this sort of stuff. It's good at thinking through this stuff. And yeah, I've always known that. So it's cool to finally be able to put that into action instead of ChatGPT, because my brain is very good at figuring out things and figuring out solutions to problems. So I'm really taking full advantage of that right now, and it's great. It works really good. And what I also need to learn is that, and first of all, how to spread out my files. So one thing that I'm gonna always do from now on is I'm gonna have the master prompt in here, and the master prompt usually has the action steps as well. So it has context, role, action, format, target, but usually the action steps are in the master prompt. And the problem with that is that in ChatGPT, the master prompt can only, I keep saying it, only be 8,000 characters long, which means that you're very limited in the amount of instructions you can give. And the action steps are basically the step, this right here, the step-by-step process here. So step one, yeah, we have a couple of rules in here. So basically, this is the interaction that I have with the bot when it's finished. So this is what I will see as a user when interacting with the bot. Step one, I will see this. You can pick all or all of these 6 core templates or any number combination. Ideal customer profile, this is the market research bot. So should you only research the ideal customer profile, or also the product or service details, brand voice, you can pick single files or all 6 files. I always go with all 6 because why not get a comprehensive overview. Then again, I still have to figure out if that is optimal, if you might overwhelm ChatGPT or give it just information that it doesn't need to write good copy. So But yeah, these are the 6 categories. Step 2, subject intake. Then we need to provide some additional context. What do we want to do? Funnel hacking a specific person. Go for a general niche. There, for that we have to provide our own context. Here we just provide pretty much a name of who we want to funnel hack and then a few more extras, but this is more generalized. And then with a combo where we can funnel hack somebody and provide extra information about the niche that we want to funnel hack or research, you know. Scope settings, basically time window. When doing research, should it consider things from the last 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months? Default is for 12 months. Best coverage, because you're gonna have more information to go through over a 12-month period than over a 3-month period. Then who is it for? B2C, B2B, or mixed, and stuff like that. So this is what I will see when I interact with the bot. This is exactly what I will see. All the other files will just happen in the background, you know. This is everything that ChatGPT will look back on when working, but the only thing that I will actually see when interacting with the bot is going to be this stuff right here. And before I had this in the master prompt, and the master prompt was just put into the instructions of the prompt. So if we look here, here are the instructions. This is the master prompt. And again, this is limited to 8,000 characters, which is a problem because you can see all the action steps. See how much this already is. This is longer than 8,000 characters. And that's why I put them in the separate file, because the instructions, I have to upload them into the instructions right here. But the files, I can upload them here. You know, I have all the files uploaded in here as reference files. So basically the instructions just tell him, okay, when we get to the actions, just look into this external file, into action steps, this one. And then we just start executing on this script, which just means I completely overhaul the 8,000 character limit, because these instructions in here can be as long as I want them to be. You know, the length doesn't really, you know, there is no length limit here. There's a context window that we have to consider. So that is ChatGPT's memory. How many pages can it process at one time, you know? And that is like 300 to 400 pages of context. So that's way more than, like, the limit is way above anything that we need. So basically the limit is almost infinite because, yeah, I'm never gonna actually reach that anyway. But yes, the action steps are separate, so I can basically make them as long and detailed as I want, and I really need that because I need to put a lot of instructions in here, a lot of rules, so everything runs smoothly and seamlessly. So that is the idea here. So the master prompt is follows the context, role, action, format, and target audience. Basically, target audience. I don't know if that's actually true. I thought it was target, like goal. Let me see. I want to see the craft prompt real quick. Craft prompt. Here we go. All right, let me. Oh yeah. Well, I redid that one. Let me see. Craft prompt. Oh, let me just check this out for a second. I thought target was like the goal, not the target. Oh, it is target audience. I'll have to check YouTube. Yeah, clearly it is, but okay. Yeah, that's fine. I thought it was the goal, you know. But then again, the goal is provided in context and role. It's fine. I was just I had it wrong in my head, my bad. All right. Anyway, so that's where we are at right now, and I'll keep going from here. And that's it. Bye bye.